Well, I'm standing here by an old lava tube and found this a couple years ago out hiking around out on our property here. It's out in the Painted Desert, and I had walked by this for a long time, never knew this was here. It's kind of a entrance that's elevated here, and it's obscured by these rocks. And I was walking by and saw a whole bunch of pottery laying around and looked up, and there it was. So got some real nice pottery here, all different styles, some corrugated and black on white and redware, and even some that still has the paint on it from 1,000 years ago, painted on with a yucca paintbrush and charcoal paint. And that piece right there. So nice stuff. And some of this dates back, 1,000, 2,000 years. This cave was probably used for a variety of different things over the years. I've had native friends out here, I've had archaeologists, and everybody's told me a different story, from it being used for ceremonial purposes to women's chambers and storage chambers to just good old survival shelters. And what's interesting is it's got this little ornamental walkway here, which is very unusual. I've never seen this, and I've explored a lot of caves over the years in the Southwest, and this really makes me think it may have been used in later years for some type of ceremonial chamber of some kind, or burial chamber or something like that. So let's go poke our head inside here. I was out here in the summertime in July. It was like 112 degrees. It was nice and cool in this cave. It's probably about 55, 60 degrees inside here, but as I was stepping on these rocks that you can see here, I stirred up a rattlesnake. So when you're going into caves like this, keep in mind you're gonna have visitors and critters, because this is where the rats and the mice are living at. On the back here, you can see there's a little soot. Maybe you can see that. A little bit of soot on the ceiling from campfire use from the old days, either by the cowboys or explorers, or maybe by the Anasazi who are out here. Got a heck of a lot of rat droppings and mouse droppings in here, so this would be a place to set your deadfalls if you're trying to live off the land and get small game and avoid the mice. But rats and rock squirrels and chipmunks that use this cave are mighty tasty and good eating. I don't really like sleeping in caves though, because these things, you're gonna have critters crawling over you all night long. And let's see, here's a little bit of roof caved in back there. There's an active rat nest right there. So you're going to have things crawling all over you. I don't like sleeping in caves. So the pros and cons of caves are, the pros are you've got an instant shelter. You don't have to build anything. It's already here. So that's nice. And it stays a pretty consistent temperature. You're going to be talking about maybe 0 degrees outside, and inside the cave might be a 40-degree temperature, something like that. And you've also got the means of getting out of the elements quickly, so you don't have to throw up a tarp or build a wickiup or anything like that. The cons are, the disadvantages are, you're going to have critters. You're going to have rodents, you're going to have scorpions, snakes, rats, mice. You're also going to have to worry about hantavirus, stirring up mouse droppings and pellets and that kind of thing, because hantavirus is obtained through the aerosol when you inhale that dust through mouse droppings. And this cave looks like mostly has rat droppings. Most of the time I've been in here, I've seen rats. But that also means where there are rats, you're going to have snakes, of course, because they're looking for food too. And fire, ventilation's going to be an issue. You're going to have a heck of a time. There's no active smoke hole in here, so I'm going to be inhaling all that smoke. I've even stayed in big caves the size of amphitheaters, the size of movie theaters, and boy, you're just sucking in the smoke all night long. It's not fun. The other thing is, if you're going to build a fire, you've got to avoid heating up the rocks above your head where you're going to be sleeping, because they can spall off in the middle of the night. Like these right here have been heated before. They look pretty stable, but one more fire could do it. It could dry them out, cause them to expand and contract enough, and you got a brick dropping on your head in the middle of the night, giving you a concussion. I know that happened to one guy up in Idaho on a field course, and he had to be evac'd. So yeah, you got some pros and your cons. But if this is all you got, you're in a life and death situation, heck yeah, crawl in here, hole up till the storm passes, and then head out the next day and build a proper shelter. Keep in mind, if you are lost too, it's going to be mighty hard for the authorities, the search and rescue folks to locate you in one of these. So hang some signaling devices outside, let your presence be known.